This tip is going to save your life right here, right? If you work in corporate America, this is what you have to be doing right now to protect your job. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 32 of the Bag Talk Show. Today, we're going to be talking about what's going on in the economy and how you might be fired. Also, we're going to give you some tips to prevent that from happening. And then we're basically going to give you our opinion on what is going on in this market, because it's absolute madness right now. So, Rel, let's just jump into it, bro. What's going on?
Yeah, bro. Everybody has to understand the landscape right now. It is very spooky in the streets. Like Coinbase, Robinhood, Wells Fargo, like so many companies are announcing that they're firing employees. There's a lot of companies announcing hiring freezes as well. Layoffs are going on. Bro, I don't know. I'm literally nervous about what's coming for this upcoming economy, bro. But I feel like people need to understand why this is happening.
Yeah, that's definitely a fact. I'm nervous too, to be honest. But basically, the reason why all this is happening is this has been built over time. This is not just randomly happening right now. We discussed this a lot on the channel. But right now, inflation is at the highest point since 1981. The number is 9.1%. The expected number was 8.8%. which is already higher than the previous month. So we've surpassed that now, right? So now things are more expensive and our buying power is less. On top of inflation, interest rates are going up. The Fed came out and said they're actually thinking about announcing another interest rate hike of 0.75% or even 1%. If that happens and the market is not prepared for it, it's going to be bad news everywhere, right? And because of all this, the companies and corporations that hire people are getting stressed because now they're not making money because of inflation, right? Now the interest rates are going up, so they can't borrow money to innovate stuff. And because of all that, you see layoffs happening, because you see hiring freezes happening, because companies don't know what's going to happen with the economy. They don't know when all this is going to go back to normal. And all of that just spirals onto us either as employees or us as consumers. So this is not the best news right now. And that's why we're saying you might have to prepare to be either fired or laid off. However, we're going to talk about right now some tips to help you prevent this from happening. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, so the first tip we would give you, honestly, is like we've been talking about since our budgeting episode. Please make sure you have between at least 3 to 6 months of savings. And to be honest, in this market, this economy, I think you need at least 6. I would go 6 months to a year in your savings account. Like, of course, you want to still invest. You know that. But if you look at episode 2 of Rookie Mondays, we talked about budgeting. You got to make sure you have enough to invest and save. But it's more important than ever to make sure you have that, because like we said, life happens, right? You can get fired any second now. You got to have some reserves.
That's a fact. And listen, I'm being very serious when I say this. If you have a family, I think this is what you were really hinting at right there. If you have a family, be closer to that 12-month mark, right? We don't know where we're headed, guys. This can be very spooky. We're not saying we predicted everything, but so far we've been right about a lot of different things on the channel so far, so make sure you prep yourself. But the second tip is, invest in learning a skill. Invest in actually practicing what you preach when it comes to having a passion, right? At the end of the day, if you've been told you're a great cook, bro, okay, well, think about it. If you have a passion for cooking, start making some recipes. Start making people try out things and getting some reviews on it. Just in case you have to do something, you have a side hustle you could go to. If you've always wanted to learn how to be a YouTuber, right? Well, go on YouTube and literally learn how to be a YouTuber. Go and buy courses on sites like Udemy. They have everything for you guys. If you're not investing in new skill during this time period, you're really playing yourself right now, because this is the time to learn something just in case your job lets you go.
Yeah, man. We've done it ourselves, right? I've known him for so long. We've seen each other in our journeys. Like, different time periods, we had to resort to different skills to, make sure we're furthering our lifestyle. Like, I remember, for example, when I came out of my basketball career, right, I had to still use that skill. I was like, I could make money off of the 20-something years I put into basketball, right? Like, man, I could literally use the knowledge I have to make money now, right? Don't just let your skills go to waste. If you put in years behind learning a skill, honing a craft, don't just let it go to waste. You can monetize that.
Right.
There's so many different ways you could do it. So don't ever let your skills go to waste, y'all. It's a gift.
And you literally said the words out of my mouth, the gift, right? So I actually said this on my story today. Basically, everyone is very talented, bro. Everyone has a talent, right? The only problem is you're not consistent with the talent that you have, and that makes you lazy And when you're lazy, you're not going to be successful. Everyone is good at something. Y'all have a skill, right? Use it during this time period and perfect that skill, right? That's what it all comes down to. But tip number 3, we're big on this, obviously. Connect and network with your people right now, just in case everything goes really, really bad. Y'all need to be networking right now and making sure you're building strong connections with people. I don't care if it's your neighbor. I don't care if it's your coworker. I don't care if you're on LinkedIn. It doesn't matter. Or if you're even connecting with us. If you want to do that, comment below on YouTube and we got you. But that's the biggest thing for you guys. You guys have to be going out of your comfort zone and meeting people, because if that layoff happens, if that firing news happens, you're going to need referrals, bro. You're going to need to be able to go to people and say, yo, this is what I used to do in the past. This is what I want to do right now. This is my current situation. Can you help me out? So networking is going to be very big for you.
Bro, I cannot stress that enough. Like, literally, 2 things I'll say to that is, 1, you have to be in the room, y'all. Like, you literally have to be in that room. You have to get in rooms that you're uncomfortable to be in. Mm-hmm. If anything, if you're in rooms that you're only comfortable in,
you're in the wrong room.
You're in the wrong room. To me, you're not going to grow. You know, and I'm thinking about a time period that I went through where I was let go from a situation, right? And I had to think about, okay, what can I do? I thought about everybody in my network, and off of that alone, I was like, dang, I just thought of like 5 different opportunities I could get into off the rip, just literally knowing people. You feel me? Like, even skills I didn't have yet, I'm like, I know so-and-so, and he could get me a position here to do this.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, network is everything. It's probably arguably the most important thing you're saying right now.
And the biggest thing here is when you said be in the room, listen, if you guys have to go to a networking event, and I'm not saying spend $10,000, $50,000, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. But listen to me very closely. If you have to invest in your own journey and your own process to learn a new skill, to meet new people that can take you from here to here, pay that amount if it is reasonable. Don't be scared of the opportunity. The worst thing that happens is you stay exactly where you are. That's literally the worst thing that happens. You want to go to a networking event, you didn't go, well, you're going to be at the same place that you are right now tomorrow. If you went to the event, the worst thing that happens is you meet someone, you say hi, and you get over your fear. That's it, bro. You could do it. Literally. That's the worst thing that happens to you. 4th tip, let's talk about that. Now, I'm big on resumes. You can ask him, this is what I do. I'm not even playing with you guys. So basically, I always say this. Always, always, always have your resume ready to go and make sure it is updated, because you never know when you're going to need it.
Yeah, no, that's so important, bro. Like, and honestly, y'all can hit up Brandon and Ahmed, right?
Yep.
And we're going to have them on the show very soon. But Brandon and Ahmed, they have a company called Brand Resumes. So you can look that up on Google, Brand Resumes, and invest in them, because they're going to get your resume right. Like, I've literally met these guys. I've seen what they've done. They have put a lot of people in 6-figure positions strictly on how they do their resume. So please invest in that. Like, literally, a small payment could get you a job that'll pay you for life, right?
We're also going to put the link below for them, just in case you guys missed the names. You want to say it again?
Yeah, Brandon and Ahmed. They own a company called Brand Resumes, where they get your resume right and put you in positions to make 6-figure salaries.
Yup. So make sure y'all do that due diligence, and make sure you click the link below to hit them up. We're not sponsored at all. We're literally saying this because we want to help you guys make sure you're successful at it, right?
Yes.
And then finally, I know you're big on this, separate yourself. So you want to speak on that?
Yes, you have to separate yourself. Like, I always think of it in a sports way, right? I remember times when I was sitting on the bench of teams, and I'm thinking about, like, when coaches would be like, man, nobody's rebounding, nobody want to play defense. What do you think I focused on that next practice?
Rebounding, defense.
What, bro? I was on everything. I was like just an animal out there, strictly on what coach was talking about. It's the same thing with your boss or wherever you work at. If your boss is saying, man, nobody wants to get these papers done, everybody's being lazy, yo, have them papers on his desk first thing in the morning. Do whatever you have to do to make sure that you're literally separating yourself, because when those bosses go and they look for who they want to lay off, and they come across your name, they gotta feel like they missing something.
Yo, Patrick David said this. Patrick David said the same thing. Y'all know who Patrick David is? He's amazing. Absolutely, like, I count him as like my virtual mentor. Honestly, right? Yeah. He said the same thing. When employers have to lay off, you guys don't think they have brackets that they're looking at? Yes, they do. As business owners right now, we could tell you everyone has a bracket they belong in, right? So they're going to go down the list. If you stink, you're getting fired. If you provide no value, you're getting fired. You're getting laid off. There has to be value that you provide. You brought the basketball example. Bro, every time I go on the court, that's literally one job I have. I know I'm not doing anything crazy, but I have one job.
Oh, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? I know my value. I'm bringing that value to it. Simple as that.
No, I played ball with him for a minute, yo. I always pick him up on my team because I know what he's bringing. Like, literally, he gonna get every single rebound and he gonna lock down the team's best player. I know that off the rip, so I don't even gotta worry about that. Like, literally getting rid of him off my team, is gonna hurt my team. So
it's always bring value, bro.
You feel me? You gotta bring value. Like I don't need him to shoot threes. I don't need him to dribble. No, bro. He know his role and he do it amazingly. So take that and put it right into your work life. You feel me?
And on a serious note, though, for real, I know you said the manager stuff. This tip is gonna save your life right here, right? If you work in corporate America, this is what you have to be doing right now to protect your job. Right now, I need you to set a one-on-one with your manager and have a very fluent conversation. Let them know what you're struggling with. Let them know what you're not struggling with. Let them know your strengths. Let them know your weaknesses. Get it all on paper. Get it all on email. Have a conversation so nothing comes out of left field. You guys set the stage for yourself. Protect yourself because corporate America is a very scary place. I'm letting you know it right now. But now you got that out the way. Let's get into it, bro. What is our opinion on everything? Let's kick it off.
All right, our opinion on everything, honestly, I don't want you to feel bad for yourself. If you get cut off, if you get laid off, I don't want you to sit around feeling bad for yourself. Don't get me wrong. There's going to be a time period, you're a human being, where you're down for a second, down for a minute, down for a day. Please don't extend that for too long because at the end of the day, does the world really care about you? Yeah,
before I go crazy right now, I just want to say one thing, right? If you are someone who's super soft and you can't take feedback, constructive feedback, right? And you want to go and just feel bad for yourself all the time, you can stop watching right now. I'm just being honest with you, right?
Yeah, I think there's time you would cut it off at this point.
At this point, just get out of here. Just make sure you like, comment, subscribe first. But after that, get out of here, right? If you're someone that wants to better themselves, you're someone who actually sees themselves being in a very good place in the next year, 2, 3, 5, whatever, this is for you. So to answer your question, no one cares about how you feel. Not one person. I tweeted this today, actually, right? Everyone says, yo, no one cares about me when I'm down, right? Well, actually, no one cares about you when you're up either. At the end of the day, they just want to be around you because you got money. They don't actually root for you. So at the end of the day, it's your responsibility to pick yourself up when you're down and to celebrate your own wins because it's your process. Not mine, not his, yours.
Now, I can't stress that enough. Because I noticed that when people go through hard times, right, they spend so much time in their head and not enough time producing, right? So then they just get stuck. Like, I always think to myself, how could you just feel so bad for yourself that you're literally not even moving?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're only compounding the problem. Like, you're stuck in your sorrows, which keeps you stuck in your situation, which keeps you stuck in your sorrows, which keeps you stuck in your situation.
It's a cycle. Y'all going through a cycle.
You know what I mean? So, like, you have to break that cycle. There's always somebody who had it worse than you. Always somebody who had it worse than you.
Yep.
Maybe study them, see how they came out of it.
But no one thinks about that, though. That's the thing. No one, every time, you know what it is? It's like, yo, don't compare yourself to someone who makes more money than you, because it's always going to be someone that makes more money than you. But when we're down, we think we have it the worst. We want to play victim all the time. Yo, I had a bad day today, so I had the bad day. We'll get into the competition to see who had the bad day. Bro, you can win. I don't want to win that competition. I was just telling you earlier, like, when someone asks you if you had a good day or not, I want you to do yourself a favor. This is going to change your whole life. Please don't give them anything. Zero. I want you to be like, yo, my day went well, no complaints. End it at that, move on to the next conversation. Because when you do that, shout out to Patrick David, I'm telling you, that will change your life. It happened to me, and I promise it's going to change you too.
Yeah, because you start to notice, like, the actual level of care that people have for you. You know what I mean? Like, ultimately, you grew up with yourself, you're going to die with yourself. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to make sure that you hold your own self down. Like, so job layoffs, everything, it's going to happen, but you have to remember what you're worth. You feel me? Just because somebody doesn't see your worth doesn't mean you're not worth anything.
Facts.
Like, hear that clearly. Just because they don't see your worth don't mean you're not worth anything. Understand? So when you know what you're worth, people, you're going to pick yourself up. Like, I've been there. You feel me? I told you I got laid off before. It's happened to me. Understand? What I have to do in that time period. Everything we talked about on that list, right? I did everything. I literally thought about my skills, my network, everything. I learned new skills, got me up out of that situation. And then I know somebody else, I know other people that were in the same situation as me, getting laid off, and they just sat around feeling bad for themselves. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to talk to these people. I love these people, I really do. But at a point, you can't let them influence you. It's so easy to be around people who are just want to feel bad for themselves, and they want you to feel bad with them, and y'all just sit y'all sorrows together.
Literally, they'll do it on purpose. They'll surround themselves.
Company.
Exactly. And Kobe's, bro, we're huge Kobe fans, right? Like, there's two things that really, really stuck with me. Number one, an interview in the finals, right? Someone asked him straight up, like, yo, did you hit a wall? And he's like, nah, I didn't, but what if I did? And he's like, the interview then says, okay, like, that doesn't bother you? And he's like, no, because if I did, it doesn't matter. He's like, why does it not bother? He says, I'm going to run through it. Just think about that concept.
Yeah.
If I hit a wall, it does not matter because I'm going to run through. That's how
fact.
bad he wants it. The
fact.
other thing, when he won his awards, he straight up said, yo, basically, everyone is going to try to bring you down. No one is going to tell you and believe in you as much as they should because it's not theirs. It's
Right.
yours, right? And he said, people, when you tell them your dreams and goals, they're going to say, all right, cool. But the action and the result, when they come out, that's when they love you. That's when they celebrate you. No one celebrates you in the journey. No one celebrates you in the process. We've been doing this for 7 months now. We've been getting love here, now, finally. No one saw us back in September or August when we talked about this. In March of 2021, when we had the idea, when I was coming back from Cali, you called me. No one, right? Put in the work, put in the time, and it will pay off. Don't feel bad for yourself. Just get to work and take action.
And network is everything. Like, and I'm not even just talking about your network for positions. I'm talking about literally who you surround yourself with, who you're talking with on a constant basis. Like, I know I set up a group of like some like-minded individuals, right? And that group is what kept me sane. Like, literally, like in times when I was down, them always being so motivated and being productive and always being go-getters got me out of my situation, because you don't want to be the one that's bumming it when everybody else is killing it. You know what I mean? So
Nope.
You know what I mean? So that's why your surroundings, your circle of 5 is everything. Like, please hone in on that. If y'all hanging around bums, what you think you're gonna be?
Yep. There's a reason why I started the channel with him. Like, there's a reason why he started the channel with me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, yes, we're best friends, but at the same time, we're sickos, right? You have to be a sicko. As simple as that. But look, I don't want this getting too long now. You guys, if you guys need help, you guys are struggling with something, comment below. We are a part of your network. We don't just say this. We're literally a Bag Talk family, and everyone in our family will be a millionaire. That's our dream. That's our goal. That's our vision. All right. So if you're still watching, we appreciate you. Thank you. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Plus, hit that little notification bell because we drop
2 videos a week,
and you don't want to miss them. All right. Make sure you check out our video on Monday. But until then, peace.
Peace.